Hey y'all, welcome back to the B.E.E channel podcast. Today, I wanted to talk to y'all about a topic that's near and dear to my heart, especially recently. Is anybody out there trying to lose weight? I mean, honey, it's like I'm like eating a lemon junior, but then I'm like, being a detective, trying to make sure my yogurt doesn't have too much sugar. I'm trying to make sure I don't eat too much salt because I don't want my pressure to go up either. I'm trying to avoid, being pre-diabetic. It's a struggle, honey. It's a struggle. Trying to drink my water, get 64 ounces down, y'all, every day. That's 2 liters. 2 liters. It's a lot. And then just moving, period. Exercising, getting that in, stretching, doing all of the things, making sure there's fruit and vegetables in my diet, making sure I sleep, making sure I take time to quiet my mind and my spirit. It is not just about the food or the exercise. It truly does require a lot of mental discipline, a lot of mental acrobatics, y'all. So, who out there is struggling too? Because I'm not going to even sit up here and pretend as if this journey is easy. So far, I have lost about 6 pounds. And I'll check in on Thursday and see what else has happened, if anything has happened. But, slow and steady wins the race. I would rather lose it slowly and keep it off than to lose it fast and then come back on again. And this time, I don't want to go back. This is 2.0 for me as far as my weight loss journey. So I'm trying to make it last and just really commit, to loving myself every day and doing things for myself that show that love and that dedication to myself. And, trying to contribute to my longevity. And what is some of your biggest struggles? That's what I would like to know. What are y'all's biggest struggles like? Because for me, honey, it is this water, getting that water down. It's moving for that 30 minutes, even when I don't feel like it. It's trying to sleep more than 6 hours. And just quieting your mind. And not, scrutinizing over everything that you put in your mouth. And, not thinking about food or eating food all day. Finding other ways to fill the void, like spending time with God instead of thinking that I have to eat all the time, or just finding ways to be productive, finding things to do, and it's a big struggle. It really is, y'all. So I need y'all to pray for me because a sister is really going through, and I'm just trying my best to make good choices. Y'all should have saw me doing my Instacart order just now, looking at this yogurt, man. Because some of this yogurt, this Greek yogurt that they have out here now, they will have you in a diabetic coma. 15 grams of sugar. And let's say you eat 2, so you double that number, because I used to love to eat 2. Now I'm in a good place where I can actually eat 1 and be okay with eating 1, But it's like I got to be careful with eating the fruit ones because they have a lot of sugar. But what I have come to find out is that you have to experiment. Chobani has a great less sugar variety that has about 9 grams of sugar. And I feel like that's reasonable versus 15 grams of sugar every time I eat a cup, And then, Oikos 000, they have 5 grams of sugar, and then they have another brand out, Dannon. Dannon is Oikos, and they have another one called Oikos Pro, which has 3 grams of sugar. Now, how they're getting there is that's the deal. Like, how are they getting there? And of course, they're going to have stevia in it. It's going to probably be something like that. But I feel like it's a trade-off. It doesn't really, to me, the ones with the sucralose and things don't really taste that different. But sometimes you can have a headache with those different types of sugar substitutes. But I feel like at the end of the day, it's like sometimes it's better to have the cane sugar ones than the ones with the fake sugar. And you might have a little bit less protein because let's be for real. It's all about protein. Protein is the name of the game. I want more protein than sugar in my product. And that Oikos Pro that I just tried today and I'm going to purchase, it's like 20 grams of protein, and that's the highest I've ever seen. But there's also another one that has 25 that I haven't tried, and I don't know if I will try it. But Oikos 000 has about 15 grams of protein, and I just really enjoy the yogurts that have the 15, and it'd be like, like there are vanilla varieties that have 15, so you don't have to have the fruit in it if you don't want to. That's another way to kind of cut that sugar content if you don't get the fruit varieties. So, I digress, but Greek yogurt is a whole thing unto itself. And on top of that, try not to eat too much of the fruit sugar, even though it's good for you. Sometimes the fruit sugar, you can have too much of that too. So it's just so many things that really play into it, and people don't know how big of a role that the sleep is, that the sleep plays in losing weight. Because if you don't sleep enough, that'll cause you to keep weight on as well. And that's something that people don't know. And you got to move, and you got to make it have some variety in your movement. So you can't just like 5 days a week just say I'm going to do the same few exercises and keep expecting results. For a time you may get results, but those results will not last because your body's going to get used to it, and then it'll take more work, more of those exercises for you to see those same results. So that's why you got to keep your body guessing and do something different. So what I like to do is I like to plan it out sometimes. And sometimes I like to be spontaneous. It really depends, but I try to alternate between like a walking and toning workout, which is where I do 30 minutes and I use light hand weights, and I just use the hand weights while I'm walking during the YouTube workout. And I will do just plain walking workouts, where you moving and grooving. Just get some good activity in, but you're not doing too much. It's nice and low impact. And then I will do straight up dumbbell workouts. I will do resistance band workouts, kettlebell workouts. Also like African dance, hip hop dance, Pilates, or just trying my best to do some different things to keep my body guessing. And even kickboxing is an awesome workout. And my greatest tip that I feel like I can give you about working out and making the intensity higher is to add the weights. So whatever you're doing that you would normally do, add hand weights and do that same workout, and it's going to bump it up a little bit more. And just move at your pace. Whatever your pace is, move at your pace. Give yourself grace for that. Be patient with yourself about where you are and how it's going. And celebrate the small moments, the small wins. Maybe you're not as winded after a few weeks of working out. Maybe you find that it's easier to get up off the floor after you're doing a floor exercise. Maybe you can lift a little heavier, in terms of weights. Maybe you're eating better, like you're not choosing the most unhealthy foods all the time anymore. You're not drinking the soda. You're not, just focus on what you're doing right and give yourself credit for that and keep on acknowledging that. And it'll help you, encourage yourself. keep going. It'll motivate you to keep going when you focus on what you did right. You may not get everything right all the time because we're flawed human beings, and that's just the nature of who we are. But as long as you keep making an effort, getting up every day, making an effort to do better, that's all that you can really hope for, is to do better every day and to make progress, not be perfect. That's like the biggest thing, like, honestly. So yeah, like, that's where I'm at right now, just trying to be aware of what I put in my mouth, but not obsess about it. Drink my water, add lemons, add limes, add cucumbers, make it fun. Of course, add ice, because warm water is no fun. Like, you got to do something to make your water a little jazzy. Just find fun ways to eat fruits and vegetables, like make a salad, or alternate between making salads and eating steamed vegetables, and season them. Don't add salt. Add garlic powder. Add onion powder. Add some parsley, some basil. Seasonings like that. Maybe a little lemon juice in it. That helps give it some flavor if you don't like bland vegetables. And just switch it up with the proteins, and making sure you're not eating like the heavy meats all the time. Chicken breast. Eat some chicken breast. Eat some fish. Throw in a black bean burger if you like black bean burgers. But some different kinds of protein. Maybe a chickpea burger. Got to think outside the box. You got to make it interesting with everything, or you won't stay with it. That's the key. You have to keep it interesting with the exercise, with the, your water, with your fruit, with your vegetables. Don't eat the same thing all the time. Don't move the same way all the time. And, just taking time to take care of yourself, mind, body, and soul. That's what it's all about. Loving yourself. The journey is more about loving yourself, I feel like, more than anything. Like, it's not about how many pounds you lose or how fast you lose it, or wearing that waist trainer all day, or like, can you get the smallest dress size, or can you look better than this person or that person. It's about how do you feel inside. How do you feel in your own skin? So I hope that this has blessed you in some way, that you've learned from it. If you have learned from it, please feel free to share it with someone else and follow this podcast. You can find me on Amazon, Anchor, Google, Apple, or Spotify if you would like to listen. You can also follow me on my social media. The link is in the description of the actual podcast on all the platforms. So thank you for tuning in once again, and I hope that you tune in next time. Peace and blessings.